Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm Tesaks, and even though this video is published in 2023, I'm still stuck at the end of 2022. How is it? Is it better? I hope so. Anyway, this is my devlog, but it's pre-recorded, so nothing new on Gems Defenders. Links in the description. But let's talk about 5 free for commercial use software that's great for your business. You might be asking, but aren't you just making video games? Well yeah, I'm making video games, it's my business, I'm trying to eventually make a living by it. So, you're probably aware that most of the professional software is paid, or have some kind of license that requires regular fees or is free only for personal use. For small business, it's vital to save money wherever you can, especially at the beginning when money is scarce and maybe investing hundreds of euros or dollars into professional software isn't really an option. I've been, and I still am, in such position, and as such I had to look up alternatives to software I would like to use or I've been using. And let's be honest, free software isn't usually the best software, so it's a bit of a pain to find the right tool for the right job, and I did exactly that over the last 2 years, and now I will share 5 of my favorite software with you today. Enough rambling, and let's get into it. Number 1 is obvious, it's the GIMP. I would be surprised if you didn't heard about GIMP, but to summarize, it's probably the only viable alternative to Photoshop, which comes free for commercial use, and is equipped with most of the tools Photoshop does, but it's free. There definitely is a learning curve to GIMP, as it's a bit clunky and the UI is a bit confusing in comparison to Photoshop, which is industry standard, but as long as you ever work with Photoshop, or for that matter any other modern graphic software, you'll be able to adapt all your skills in a relatively short time. And without any previous experience, honestly I reckon it would be even easier. Great thing is that GIMP does have massive community around it that's creating various modules for it, scripts, as well as massive amount of tutorials both written and in the format of a video. I've been using GIMP to apply special effects to my pixel art creations for basically all my games since I started developing games, as well as a great tool to make thumbnails for both my YouTube channels and the promotional graphic for all my games as well as websites. There's one downside to it though, it's really strong for editing existing images. It can be used for digital drawing as well as for pixel art, but that's definitely not its strength, and it can't really work with vectors. So if you want to do some vector art, you are out of luck with this program. Instead, you might want to look into the program number 2, which is Inkscape. I'm not a massive fan of vector art, that being said I did some, both for fun as well as when I used to be employed. There are undoubtable benefits to it and there is place to use vector art, and as such you might want to get some capable editor for your business. Again, on the field of graphics, Adobe is dominating with Illustrator, but it costs money. Inkscape is free and capable of producing great vector images. I've been able to produce anything I needed so far with it. The layout is really old school, but all the basic tools are there, as well as some more advanced ones I wouldn't be expecting from free tool honestly. Same as with GIMP, there is community around it, so you'll be able to learn most of the stuff just by googling it and reading or watching tutorials. Again, its license permits free use for commercial projects, at least at the time of recording this video. Again, I've been using Inkscape for all my games, websites and promo materials basically since I founded my company. As I don't like to use royalty-free icons and stuff, I would rather spend few extra hours making my own vector images and icons rather than dealing with some shady licensing on the internet and or being sued later on. And just to finish up the topic of graphics editors, let's talk about HitFilm Express because it's hidden gem. I've been using HitFilm Express for years now, and I started using it prior to creating this YouTube channel for my private channel. It's a great tool, easy to use, powerful editing software, and I really haven't found anything that can't be done with it. So far the limitation was my imagination and skills, not the software. It's as easy to use as the original Windows Movie Maker, but honestly it's capable of much more. And of course, as of making this video, it's free for commercial use and comes with big community providing easy to understand tutorials for anything you might need. And if you wanna learn more about video editing and video production, the company making HitFilm Express even have free online tutorials about that as well. Overall, I highly recommend checking it out. But hey, let's move away from the visual spectrum for more business-oriented tools. Part of any business is of course emails. For example, I have grand total of 8 different email inboxes for my business. Some are local, some are worldwide, some are intended to collect feedback, and some are for official communication with authorities. Bottom line is, it's pain checking each of these inboxes online in browser separately, and as such it's way easier to get some email client and have it all synchronized in one place. The most famous email client is of course Outlook, which comes with Microsoft Office, but that's paid application bundle. And this is where our number 4 steps in, Mozilla Thunderbird. There is not much to mention about it, it's an email client. You can connect as many emails as you want into it, it keeps it all organized and synchronized. Once set up, it just works and saves hours of precious time. I wish I got it earlier. Again, as of making this video, it's free for commercial use, the support is great, and there are tutorials on how to set up and connect your email to the Thunderbird for all the major providers, so even the guy who doesn't know anything about IT can set it up himself. And for the 5th and final software, let's talk about audio, because that's a great part of any video production, and video production has been lately major selling point of most of the businesses. Honestly, I don't know much about audio. I learned some basics about it for video production, and I do edit my own audio, be it music and videos, or the voiceovers like this one. And I found out that Audacity works the best. Not only it's powerful audio editing tool, it also allows to do basically anything with any audio. It also allows me to record stuff in high quality. I am actually recording this voiceover in Audacity right now. I use it to record and edit all the sound effects so far for all my games, excluding some stuff in Smash the System and puzzle pieces that I just downloaded at the time, as well as for editing all the audio for any video on both my channels. It's simple, intuitive, and it just works. Again, plenty of tutorials online, and most importantly, as for making this video, it's free for commercial use. And let's just quickly throw some honorable mentions. This is free software I do use for my business, but not on daily basis. Or I stopped using it because I found some cheap paid alternative, but this is still viable. Again, as for making this video, all the software is free for commercial use, or I will mention otherwise. These are Glypher and FontForge. This is basically great programs for any fonts you might want to make or tweak. Paint.net, great for pixel art, but I got Pixelated and Asprite eventually, well worth the money in my opinion. 7-Zip, it makes your file smaller, and I still use it. OBS by OBS Project, great video recording program that I still use for recording and streaming on YouTube. Unity, Visual Studio Code, and Git. This is more complicated, but in short, for small developers, it's free for commercial use. I left these out from the main part of the video because it's specific for game development, and probably it would make for its own video. And I'm pretty sure I forgot about some that I use from time to time, but hey, there you have it. 5 plus few more programs that are free for commercial use and are awesome alternatives to paid programs for your business. So, have you found today's video helpful? Do you have any more programs you would like to add, or are you trying to find some specific software alternative? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check the description for all the fun links to all my games, social media, and stuff like that. And I will see you next time. See ya!